What's going on, people? Welcome to your Connect podcast with your boy Busy B. I know it's been a minute since I put something out, but life happens, man. Things be going on, but I'm always here, and I'm always gonna shoot my shot and take my time, and get things correct, so I can put out the correct information and the right type of podcast, so you can be interested in and be wanting to hear, and just putting those things out. So before I get into it, I need you to follow me, subscribe to my podcast. Look down right below the little box where you can see it at. Say subscribe. Click and subscribe to your boy podcast. Also, like this podcast. So, just willing to put it out there. You can also follow me on SoundCloud at Busy B, capital BIZZY, capital B. And you can stream it. And you can like it as well. So you can do them both on YouTube, and you can do it on SoundCloud. I'll be getting into trying to get it on, Apple Podcasts and everything like that coming into the future. So that's one of the things I want to get into. So what I would like to get into today to talk about is just forgiveness. I'm a big component of forgiveness because you can't move on without forgiveness. I don't believe you can. And that's one of the things that you always have to be mindful of, especially with a person like me. I went through something traumatic. I was shot by my ex-best friend who did it by an accident. We just playing with the gun and pulled the trigger. It was my gun. I should have never had it in the first damn place. So, that's why I'm a component of gun violence as well. And I advocate for gun violence. And a motivational speaker and a peer mentor. So I can speak to people who have been affected by gun violence. Mentor people who have been affected by gun violence, who's in the same position as me. Paralyzed from the shoulders down on the ventilator. But the thing that happens is most people don't make it to where I'm at in life, to the things that I'm doing, to being a motivational speaker, to being a peer mentor, to going to school, to trying to get a book done. And I keep continuing to stress on that when people ask me, is trying to get a book done. Yes, I'm trying, people. It'll be out soon. Trust me, I'm trying. So that's what had got me to the point where I'm at in life. And just, going through that whole hard thing of being paralyzed at the age of 16. I'm now 34 years old. So that's one of the things I wanted to speak on. So when I talk about forgiveness, I actually mean it for not just me, but for everyone. I don't think we can move on without forgiveness. Holding a grudge is not always a good thing because the shit eats you up inside, It eats you up inside just by maintaining and holding on to such anger or such being so uncomfortable around somebody. Not willing to talk, not willing to say anything, willing to egg them at any cost. Man, get over that shit and forgive them. At whatever happens. So I'll tell you what happened with me is, recently, I reached out to, I still consider my friend. I reached out to him because I seen this picture on Instagram, him with his sisters. I'm like, shit, I miss my boy, man. Because he was my best friend at the end of the day. And I just was like, you know what? I miss my boy, man. Like, I miss being around him. Because when you're around someone so much, and y'all hang out every day as kids with each other, best friends, and something like that happens. And look, it didn't just change my life. People have to understand, it changed everyone's life. my family, my mother, his family, his mother, everybody. It changed everybody's life. It didn't just change mine. Yeah, you can see it changed mine because of me being paralyzed and in the wheelchair. But owning up to my shit and my part of it, of me having the gun, I should have never had it in the first place. And maybe he would have never pulled the trigger. Now, if he would have had another gun and it was all about him, then okay. But I'm going to own up to my part. But back to what I was saying. So, just doing that, basically letting people know that you can forgive him. So I reached out to him. I'm like, all right, okay, cool. I can try to holler at him. He hit me back on Instagram. He hit me back on the gram. So he sent me an inbox message. I'm like, man, let me call him. I called him, and was so shocked that I actually reached out and called him because of what had happened. Because in his mind, he thought that I hated him, which I never blamed him for, because really at that time, like, shit, we were kids, we did dumb shit. We did dumb stuff, man. We did dumb stuff all the time. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we just did a lot of dumb things. Being naive, being reluctant to listen to our elders and pay attention. So I reached out to him. We talked back and forth, and a person with remorse wouldn't care. So on the phone, he's just crying, I'm sorry, B. I'm sorry, man. Like, I just apologize. I apologize. And I told him, I'm good. I'm good. I'm okay. I'm in a great place in life. I'm in a great space. You're fine. A person with remorse wouldn't even care, wouldn't shed no tears, none of that, anything like that. So that shows me that he's really actually sorry. So what he says to me is, can I come see you, man? And I'm like, sure, yeah, you can come see me. And he's like, all right, well, I'll be down this week. From that day on, he called me every day. Every day when I woke up. Yo, B, what's going on? Top of the morning, brother. Top of the morning. The conversation was small because the conversation that we had on the phone when we first talked was, I wanted to reach out because I knew that he lost 2 kids in a fire in Chester. I mean, I'm a big believer in karma, and shit happens. But I know at the end of the day, we all go through things, and you don't want your karma coming back that way. No one wants kids to die, man, especially me. That shit hurt me when I saw it on the news. So that's what made me wanted to reach out as well. I just wanted to, because he's in pain right now. I'm in pain, but 17 years I've dealt with my pain. I'm good. I'm in a great space. It's not that I'm over it, not that I'm content, none of the above. I'm just in a great space in life. Don't hold no grudges, don't hold no ill will towards nobody. I gladly do what I need to do to move on, to make myself live as a human being. Even though you see the wheelchair and you see the ventilator, but don't get it screwed up because the wits is still there. You heard me? The wits is still there, you dig me? So, and for those who don't know what the wits is, it's how smart I am. You know what I'm saying? So, we talked on the phone for a minute. And, like, he was just like, can I see you? Can I come see you? And he called me every day after that. And I was excited because, like I said, he was my best friend. I wanted to talk to him. Because when I first got shot at that time, my mom didn't let none of my friends come up to the hospital because she basically blamed them all for me being in this situation. But you can't blame them. I got to own up to my shit, too. I wasn't to the point where as though I'm like, yeah, well, I'm not going to be that person. I'm going to do this. I'm not going to hang with them. I'm going to stay with the positive things, stick with school and everything like that. I didn't do any of that. So I got to own up to my part, too. It wasn't just their fault, Mom. it was my fault as well. So, being as though I didn't see him in so long, and it's not my first time seeing him because, every time I saw him, he cried. He cried. He was emotional about it. And that made me think that he had remorse, man. So, I'm like, okay, Tay, you good. Trust me, you good, dog. So after that happened, I'm like, all right, you can come down and see me. We talking to each other every day. He's like, yo, B, like, I'm good. I want to show you the family. I want to show you this. And as I'm talking to my nurses and, people around me, my brother and them like that, they're like, yo, man, that's big of you, man. Yo, you got a good fucking heart, yo. You got a good heart. That's so big of you, man, because I don't know a lot of people who would forgive someone after something like this happens. And what I say is you can't move on without forgiveness. You have to forgive. At least that's just how I feel. I wanted to close that chapter. It's a chapter that's been open for 17 years. You understand what I'm saying? 17 years. I wanted to close that chapter and start new, man. I wanted to close it for me, but I also wanted to close it for him. Because that's just the type of person I am. Wanted to close it for me, but also wanted to close it for him. Because that's just the type of person I am. As I said, once again, I said it. It's just the type of person I am. For the third time. So, but I wanted to get over it. I wanted to build back that bond that we had, that relationship. And I had a lot of people, man, I wouldn't be able to do that. But that's you. And that's your issue. You need to learn how to put things in perspective and own up to your shit and your part. What part did you have in what part did you have in what went down? Yeah, what went down? What part did you have in it? Because if you had a part in it, then yeah, own up to your part. If you didn't have anything in it, let's just say he had a gun and he shot me, then okay. That's all about him. But it's not all about him. It's all about me. It's all about me doing the things that I was doing. So if you look at it at the end of the day, just trying to get things done and trying to do things the right way. Because what happened is being paralyzed, I became a better man, a better brother, a better nephew, grandson, cousin, uncle, all of the above, etc., I should say. I became all around better, a better person. Now, I didn't want it to take from me to get shot to becoming a better person. But am I grateful that I have become a better person and not a bitter person? Yes. Better, not bitter. I'm grateful. I'm blessed by the man above. All praises to the Most High. And that's where I like to turn the other cheek and kind of, put that good instinct or put out them good vibes, I should say. And have that good aura about myself. To where as though I do forgive. I do forgive. And if I'm going to forgive anybody else and I can get mad at my mom and I can forgive them, why can't I forgive this man? It was an accident. Things happen. Why can't I forgive this man? All of those who got something to say, I would never be able to forgive him. He put you in a chair. He paralyzed you. No. At the end of the day, own up to my part. No. And I can forgive him. I'm a grown-ass man. I can forgive and not forgive whoever I want. I don't hold on to the grudges and not forgive them. I just don't deal with them anymore. But this was like my brother. Hung around each other every day. Yeah, we wasn't doing the best things, the most positive things. We was doing a lot of shit that we shouldn't have been doing. You know what I'm saying? But we was around each other. Best friends. tell you, his mom had all the grub at the crib, man. My mom, I mean, it's crazy because you deal with my mom, you come spend the night over at my crib, and this really happened. They're like, yeah, well, we want some snacks. Because most of the time we spent the night over at his crib because his mom and them had the snacks. They had the food. They had, you know what I'm saying? Me being a fat, little, chubby, little young boy. Had all the Oreo cookies. Me and the bull put me on corn chip beef. I don't know how many people know about corn chip beef, but that's that check ball. That's that work when I was a young boy. With some toast. You know what I'm saying? So what happened was it would be over his house. His house would be up all night. We'd be out. That's where I learned to play spades, learned to play casino. Nice little time where we can lay back and chill, watch good movies. Black Hawk Down. Being around him, it's just we had so many good times. It was so much fun. It was never a lot of, oh yeah, well this is wrong over here. It's depressing over here. Oh, well, when he came to my crib, man, listen. He asked my mom, I had the TV that you had to turn with the pliers. I didn't grow up with a lot of money. I grew up poor. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all can relate to me. Where you had the tuner in the back, so you can make the TV stop jumping, bouncing up and down. You know what I'm saying? So, We did that. They came to spend the night over my peep's house. My mom. I should say my house. I should say not my peep's house. And they was like, Miss Vera, can we get something to eat, like a little snack? Peanut butter and jelly and water. Come on, man. Peanut butter and jelly and water. They're like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, look, man, this is what I'm used to. I'm used to dealing with at my house. It's not like y'all. It's not like being at your house or being at Tay crib. It's not like being at Tay crib. Shout out to Tay. That's my man. You know? It's not like being at Tay crib. Whereas though you got all the snacks and chips and you can cook, like egg sandwiches on bagels, on raisin bagels with cheese and all that shit like that. Sound real fat right now. But it was good food, man. It was good eating. So that's what we did. And then when you come over my crib, it ain't like that. Peanut butter and jelly and water. We ain't watching no cable, ain't none of that. I ain't had none of that. Tay had all that at his crib. I ain't had no cable, ain't had no DVD player, I ain't had none of that. But it's good channels. 57 UPN. Shout out to those who remember UPN. Shout out to those who remember the WB. Channel 17. Fox 29. That's what we gonna watch. And on Saturdays, side note, just a side note, for those who don't remember, if you cut on channel 17 on the WB on Saturdays, it would be all karate movies with Jean-Claude Van Damme, Lionheart, Lionheart, all that. You know what I'm saying? Tom Poe. You know what I'm saying? That's just a little side note for y'all that don't remember. You know what I'm saying? Something for me to put out there a little gently. Dig me? So try to, look the movies up. But yeah. So he came down, he walked in my room, and just put his head against my shoulder. Man, brung his sister. He's had a little tears coming down his face and shit like that. I told him, man, we in here crying like a bunch of damn women, bro. I'm saying, let's get our stuff together. He started showing me pictures of the babies, man, pictures of the kids. I just told him I loved him, bro. I love you, man. It wasn't on purpose. It was an accident. He started, he introduced me to his wife. That's family. I don't care who got what to say. To me, that's family. That's family. You understand what I'm saying? So, just to do something like that, and people are saying, well, that's real big of you. It's not to be real big of me, man. It's just having a good heart, being a kind person in this world. Do to others what you want done to you. You put out that good energy in this world, that good energy will come back. I told you, I'm a big believer in karma. Introduced me to his wife, came down, we sat, chilled, Got me a little bit of the Eddies all crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, once again, shout out to Tay. He all the way in Rochester. The man drove 4 hours down to come see me. 4 hours to come see me. That's a person that wanted to get back into a relationship. He's sorry for what he did. 4 hours. And then came down again. 4 hours by himself. Now come holler at your boy. Yeah. That's what he doing. Now come holler at your boy. Now I got other people who was around. They know who they are. I ain't got to say their names. Who I hung around. Who don't come see your boy. He had an excuse. He said he was locked up. Okay, cool. But then he never knew how I felt. If I hated him, if I didn't like him, he didn't know where I stood, where my family stood. And it's not about them. Once I said it's about me closing that chapter. It's not about my mom, my aunt, sister, brother, cousin, nephew, niece, nobody. I don't give a damn. It's about me. Yes, I'm going to make it about me. It's about me and him closing that chapter. It's not about anybody else. And because I was at a young age when all of that stuff was happening, when my mom didn't let him up to the hospital and everything like that, I had no say-so. I couldn't talk anyway because my vocal cords were paralyzed. But now that I can talk and I stand on my own 2 feet, figuratively, not literally, I'm saying from being paralyzed, but standing tall and doing the things that I'm doing, yeah, you can come down because ain't nobody going to say a damn thing to you. Ain't nobody going to say nothing to you. Because you say something to you, they got a problem with me. I don't care who it is, family or not. It is what it is. You my brother, baby. You my brother, you family. To me, you are. That's how it always going to be. And then I looked at my mom. I was like, well, how would you feel if Tay came down? She was like, yeah, he'll be fine. Came down. She gave him a hug, just told him I love you. What happened was an accident. But it took her some time to get to that point. With me, it didn't take me that much time because I had already forgiven him when I was in the hospital because I was so naive of the fact that you can be paralyzed. But I'm like, well, you can get back up. It's like, I didn't know the severity of a spinal cord injury. I was like, I'll get back up. It's like a scratch. I'll get everything back. And I'll be back out there in no time. 17 years later, I'm doing a lot better, but your boy's still paralyzed. You understand what I'm saying? But I do have my voice back. At that time, I couldn't talk. I couldn't move. Didn't have any feeling. But now I do. So a lot of things I got backwards, though. I remember the doctors didn't think I was going to make it 2 weeks. And then they didn't think I was going to make it past 20. When they gave up the 20 years old, because I was 16 at the time, 14 years later of their expiration date, I'm still out here doing what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? So the doctor's not always right. You want to follow their lead sometimes, but at the end of the day, if you have faith, if you believe, if you have good people around you, if you have loyalty, people that are genuine, then you'll be good. And I have that. Family, love, admiration. I admire them. They admire me. Nieces and nephews, love. Keep them going. So, with him coming down, it's just like sitting and talking and chilling. It just reminds you, reminiscing on all of the old times. The shit we did when we was younger. Sitting down having a conversation for 2 or 3 hours. Just busting it up. Just chilling. That's the things that we did. It was on a Saturday. Won't forget it. Sat down and just chilled, man. And just relaxed. It was so good to see him. My boy's still a little skinny little mug. You know what I'm saying? Still a little thin. His sister, cool, mad family, lover. Shout out to Tosh. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I don't got no ill will towards them. I don't have no ill will towards his family. Shout out to Mom Dell. You know what I'm saying? His other sister, Taisha, got love for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, they never did me wrong. So they didn't give me a reason to be mad and upset at them. I was mad and upset at me being in a situation and putting my fucking self in that situation. Yeah, I was mad and upset at that. Absolutely. But seeing him put so much joy into my heart, and I bet it does the same for him. Put so much joy into his heart. It does for me. It does for me, man. It does for me. I need that. I need that. Because I don't hang around a lot of people nowadays. I need people that's genuine, that got good hearts, that'll reach out to me. Even when I'm in, not, even if it's, do you call me to check up on me? Do I call you to check up on you? You ain't got to call me and discuss, like, having a handout all the time because you get tired of people with that. But do you call me to check up on me? Do I call you to check up on you? It's real friends, real family. That's what you do. So ever since then, he's been calling me every day. We've been talking every day. Calling me to check up on me. I call him to check up on him. Make sure everything good. Got a chance, like I said, to meet his beautiful wife, beautiful family, beautiful kids. Son's so smart. Very educated. They're doing the right things with him. You know? So, I mean, it was just that one thing. It's just big. I'm big on forgiveness, man. I'm big on forgiveness. If I can forgive him for getting shot, arguing with my mom or my sister or brother or anything like that, that shit is small potatoes, you heard me? Small potatoes. It ain't that big. Ain't that big of a deal. Cousins, anybody like that. Arguing with people that's loyal to me, but I don't really argue with people like that. Because the people that you got to go through that, I take out my life. I cut out my life. I don't want to deal with none of that. I just don't. So like I said, he came down. We enjoyed each other time. Even he came down that next day. He came down that Sunday, brung your boy some breakfast and everything like that. Sit and chill while they was about to ride back to New York. Rochester, 4 hours. Coming down to see your boy. Come on, man. If that ain't love, I don't know what is. If that ain't love, a person that shows forgiveness, shows remorse, and wants to be forgiven. It is what it is, man. You have to be big on forgiveness in this life. You can't move on without forgiveness. So that's my biggest thing to everyone. Learn how to forgive, man. If you can forgive friends for doing stupid shit, don't hold a grudge towards anybody. Forgive your mother. Forgive your father. Brother, sister, uncle, aunt, cousin, niece, nephew, etc. You can always do that. Because I'm a person that just wants to live, just wants to be comfortable. Enjoy my time just relaxing. Be around good people that put out good energy. Have good vibes. Learn how to forgive. And that's my message to those who I speak with and who I speak to. As a motivational speaker, and just as a friend. As a friend. Just someone that you talk to. Learn how to forgive. Forgiveness, man. Forgiveness. I'm big on it. And at the end of the day, you love someone, show your love. Just be that type of person, you know? So that's my message that I said. Like, once again, I want to put out there. It's just forgiveness, man. And we learn from it. And he'll always be in my life from here on. Checking up on the boy every day. Just to see what's good with him. He'll always be a part of my life. His family, his kids, they'll be a part of my life. And that's how I'm going to live. And I'm pretty sure he wants the same thing because we talk about it. I'm not a person that's going to beat around the bush and not say shit that's on my mind. I'm going to say what's on my mind. So get out there, man, and just forgive people, man. Don't hold a grudge against anything, because the best thing to do is move on. You know, at the end of the day, strength builds character. You want to show how strong you are? Strength builds character. And I'm blessed for greatness. So that's one of the things that I wanted to get on here and talk to y'all about. Remember, subscribe to this channel on YouTube. Also hit the like for this. Follow me on SoundCloud at the same thing. Busy B, capital B-I-Z-Z-Y, capital B. You can stream it. You can like it. And you can follow me as well on SoundCloud. Like I said, I'm trying to get it on the other ones on Apple and everything like that. But I just wanted to get it out here first. Starting with the YouTube thing. The more listeners I get, the better. So do your boy a favor and like that. So holla at me. Remember, holla at your boy. I'm your connect.
Get your love when I'm gone, when I've said my last goodbye. Who gets your love? Get your love when I'm gone. Who gets your love?